Clinton asks, is December 15th official for the move? Now, that's the last live show of the year is going to be December 15th. We kind of got a rundown as to when the radio stations are finally moving downtown. Some of the other ones are moving this week. WMMS, I'm being told, is going to be moving dead last. So I don't know when that will be. I don't know if we will make it down there by August's end. I don't know. But I know that Mark Nolan will be doing the Mark Nolan Show from the downtown studio beginning middle of this week.
That's exciting.
That's exciting.
I was down there last week, did some of the training. Very cool stuff. Did an episode of my podcast there. That was fun.
In our main studio?
Yep, in the main studio, and it was...
I guess I got to get down there.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't really gotten down there while everything's kind of been up and running. But and I knew this was going to happen too. I knew after months and months and months of just incremental movement and just kicking the can down the road, I go, this is all going to happen when I go on vacation. When I leave for a week, that's when things are going to start to happen. That's precisely what happened. We're getting these emails. I'm in Jersey. I'm getting these emails. Yeah, they're starting to take stuff out of the studios. I'm like, oh, Christ. Okay. Because, I can't be here to tell somebody not to touch stuff.
Right.
So I'm gone for a week, and I come back. We get back into town, 8.5-hour drive. Get back into town Saturday night. And so I tell my daughter, I go, hey, want to go to work with me tomorrow? Meaning yesterday, because she loves coming in here, right? And they go, yeah. So I said, I got to catch up on a couple things. I had a couple of spots I had to cut that started today, whatever. So we come all the way into work, and I go in my production studio across the hall, and somebody has removed the computer that has all my stuff on it, right?
Now, this is like a monitor, like an actual...
No.
This is
the computer.
This is a $10,000
This is a Macintosh.
Pro. Yeah.
But it's like a desktop computer, not not a laptop.
It's
correct.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, that's what I'm saying is that they had to unplug wires and disconnect things.
They had to do all that.
Okay.
They took the mouse that's mine. The computer's not mine. It's the company's. It's been here, But everything I do production-wise is on that computer.
Yeah.
So I go, well, this is great. So I got to figure out a workaround for what I had to do. But there isn't that much of a workaround. So I had to, come in here and do a couple of things and whatever. So I fire an email off. Hey!
Where's my computer?
I know there's people. I know they're removing things. They took the giant buzzard out of our studio here.
And the
right?
glass one, too.
Yeah.
That's one I wanted.
I think they locked it up because they thought somebody was going to steal it or whatever. And so they're what they're calling decommissioning these studios, which is fine. I understand. But I'm like, we're the only ones here other than a handful of people down the hall at TAM. Why anyone would go into my production studio and pull that out defies logic. I don't know. So then they go, well, that wasn't supposed to be the case. So then I'm emailing engineering. I'm like, guys, I literally cannot do what I need to do day to day without that. So they tracked it down.
It's been returned.
Yeah.
Who had it?
Keith Kennedy, our grand poobah, he sent out a very diplomatic email, by the way. That's why he's in the big chair. He said, hey, I know people are excited, but somebody accidentally took the, And I assume that's what happened.
Yeah, from what I understand, it was somebody...
I don't think anybody was pilfering equipment.
It wasn't
but,
someone... That computer has a place where it's going eventually once we move downtown.
Well, and ironically...
He jumped the gun.
Ironically, it's probably going into the studio I'm going to be using downtown.
I believe it's going to be going to... From what I understand, it's going to be going to Columbus. That one.
Okay, well,
but if you want that computer, make sure they know you want that computer downtown.
All I told them, because everything we do is PC based, and I told them, I said, I do all my production on Macintosh. I said, so I need a Mac studio downtown. I'm like, I haven't asked for anything, right? I need this. I don't have an office downtown, anything, right? I go, I need a Mac in one of those studios. Me and Bob Coates do our work on Macs because we're professionals.
Yes.
So Bob getting his training.
So anyway, about a half an hour, and so I get an email back, hey, engineer's going to reinstall it probably mid-morning Monday. Okay, great. I'm in here early. I got other things I can do to prepare for the show. About a half an hour before the show, Jeremiah, who is on opposite us next door at Kiss FM, is pushing a cart with the computer and something else on it. And he goes, yeah, I was downtown. They asked if I could bring these up for you. I go, okay, thank you. Like, it's not his responsibility.
No.
But somebody caught him and was like, hey, can you take these to Alan?
Yeah.
The pieces he needs. I'm not
He'll
an
know what to
engineer.
do with it.
So now I'm going to spend like an hour rehooking this thing up, trying to figure it out. You know?
Yeah, because
I'm not an engineer.
It's not like just hooking up a computer to a monitor.
No.
Like, there's a lot of different pieces there. So have fun.
So anyway, I'll figure it. Yeah, have fun.
Have a lot of fun.
I'll figure it out.
Watch a YouTube video. You got it.
I'll just have to. I'm rusty with that. I'll have to figure it out. I'll figure it out. I just haven't done that in a long, long time.
No, I did the training.
So again, that was just one of those things where I was like, I came all the way out here. I obviously hadn't expected it.
Right.
Right? But you got to figure it out. And so I did, but didn't put me in a good mood. And then, while we were gone, right, I was having some work done on my car. And the place I've taken it to before, it'll take them a week to friggin' rotate my tires. But we're like halfway through Pennsylvania, and the guy goes, hey, we're done. And I go, you're done already? Because I told him, I said, I'm going to leave take your time on the car.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be in your lot for a week, because I'm out of town for a week.
Yeah.
I'll pay for it over the phone, put the key in there, lock it up, right? And when I'm back in town, I'll pick it up. So I was sitting there for about a week. And I go back yesterday to pick it up. Somebody's hit the back of my car in their lot.
Oh, no. Bad?
So I'm like, okay, not bad. But just
noticeable.
one more, very noticeable. Just one more thing I got to contend with.
Yeah.
And I know I'm being all pissy. I get it. I understand.
Well, it's still annoying.
You know,
It is annoying.
It is annoying, but it's not the end of the world.
It
but
isn't.
it's, you know. So anyway, so I go, well, I'll get an estimate. You guys will pay for it.
Right,
You know?
obviously.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine. But, you know, just things that I was not expecting. And that's
why
fine.
I'm happy that I take my car to Terry's North Coast Auto. No problems like that whatsoever.
I'm taking my car there tomorrow morning, actually, to Terry's.
What are you having done?
Well, when I got in my car to drive 10 hours to New York City, my air conditioner didn't work.
Oh, no.
Oh, how far into the trip?
No. This was Sunday before I left. So I get in. We had a sleepover at mine and Brian's house Saturday night with my nieces and his daughter. So it was great. Everything was working Saturday. I wake up Sunday morning to take them back home, and my AC is hot. Like, it feels like the heat was on to the point that I was like, oh, I must have it set wrong. It wasn't. And so the AC is blowing out hot air, and I'm like, I leave tomorrow morning at 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
It is a Sunday. There are no body shops open. There's nowhere I can take this. I took it to like an AutoZone. I was like, can you even test for this? They told me that air conditioning stuff is federally regulated, and you have to have a specific license to work on air conditioners. And places.
Yeah, but every place has that.
No, they don't.
Why
AutoZone
wouldn't
can't
they?
do it.
Not an
Conrad's
AutoZone.
can't do
Oh,
it.
right. I see.
But like Valvoline, like drive-through quick oil change places can't do it. You have to take it.
All they can do is do like the recharge.
He said.
Right.
He
But if
said
it's not the recharge, then they can't.
Because they don't use
No.
they don't use Freon anymore. No.
He said he couldn't even do that. That they're
Oh,
not
really?
even allowed to do that anymore. Because he said you can call like a Take 5 or Valvoline, and they were like, nope, we're not allowed to mess with it at all.
Oh, really?
And
Because
so-
I've had them do it in the past, but that might be a newer thing.
Why is it regulated?
I
For
had
what?
no
Thanks,
idea.
Biden.
Yeah, thanks, bud. But so it was a Sunday. There were no places open that I could take it. So I'm like, well, I'm either going to have to find someone in New York, or I'm just going to have to drive around with no air conditioning when it's 90 degrees.
As long as you can put the windows down.
Yeah, but that doesn't really give you any.
And you get hot air from the
it's
outside.
yeah, it's just moving around hot air in a 10-hour drive. Dude, it sucked. It sucked so bad.
I was just telling the story about when I drove to Missouri and it was 110 or 112 degrees and the air conditioner didn't work. This is when I was still married, and it was the summertime, obviously 112 degrees. And
It was
me
November.
and my oldest daughter, and was in a car that my car was broke down. So I borrowed one of my parents' like old cars that didn't have any air conditioning. And I was so mad at my ex-wife because she wouldn't let me take her car. She's like, no, it'll be fine. Just take that car, put the windows down. And I got there. I was drenched in sweat.
Oh, yeah.
It was miserable. It was the most angry I've ever been at her. And to this day, I'm still mad at her. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like I'm heated right now thinking about it.
91,000 damn degrees. I am sitting right next to my air conditioner. Right next to it. It is on the lowest temperature on the highest damn speed. Okay? 64 degrees, and it's on turbo. What do I need to put this bitch on? Power Ranger?
The only part, I mean, and again, like you're saying, not a huge deal to not have air conditioning. It's just very inconvenient. The part that was the worst is when I drove into Manhattan and there's all that traffic, and it was nighttime, but it was still like 84 degrees. But there were so many homeless people like walking up to the cars and stuff. So I had to roll my windows up. Otherwise, they would be in my car, you know? So I had to roll my windows up, and I'm sitting there in like 85 degrees, like you said, just drenched in sweat. Like my makeup had started to run because I'm like, what other choice do I have?
You think you have problems? My air conditioning's not working.
Right. But okay, but they're not, homeless people in New York are not exactly chill about it. They're not just like, hey man, no big deal. They're like knocking on people's windows.
Catch you next time, homie. You got nothing to lose.
Well, that was my thing, is that I'm like, I really truly believe that if I left my windows down, they would reach into my car or try to get in it or something. So
they throw their bed in the back seat.
Exactly.
Whatever that consists of. Hey, Eric.
Hey, Alan, how's it going?
What's going on, man?
Not too much. Hey, I'm actually one of those guys that's universally certified to work on the refrigeration and stuff like that.
Is that I assume it's an EPA thing?
Yeah, it's definitely an EPA thing.
Oh, good for you!
But the reason why most of those places that aren't certified to work on it, or even just to simply add it to your car, is because if somebody like me were to witness that and get evidence of it, it's a $10,000 fine.
Wow.
Well, not $10,000 fine, but I get $10,000, and the other person gets charged $26,000.
Wait a second. You mean you could be an air conditioning snitch?
Yep.
I would do that more than I would fix air conditioners.
Right? You just walk around to
Just
different.
watch somebody snip something like a refrigerant line from a refrigerator.
He's private ice.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow, look at that.
That's crazy. Why is it so much money?
Because the refrigerant that you're releasing, not Freon is a brand, refrigerant, it damages the ozone. It has, I believe, if I remember right, it's chlorine molecules or something in that actually eats away at the ozone.
It's an EPA thing.
Oh,
okay.
wow.
Yeah,
so it's
you
like
can
being an
release
abortion bounty hunter in Texas, but for refrigerant in your car.
Right.
I guess. You are, though, allowed to release it in diminutive amounts, whatever that is specified as. I can't really say.
Like parts per million or whatever.
What about when
Right,
you're
you can
just recharging it? Because that's what I've had to do with mine before, and that took care of it. But where you just hook up the canister, I've done that a bunch of times.
Yeah, that's, if they can sell it in the store and you can do it by yourself, all you're doing is adding it. You're not releasing it into the atmosphere.
Got it.
Yeah.
What if I want to take it home and just release it directly into the atmosphere? Take that, atmosphere!
Hopefully
You
there's
never
nobody
hear.
around like with a card like mine.
Yeah, you're going to see Eric in the bushes. He's going to go, I gotcha! Got him! Pay up, homie! All right, thank you, Eric. I appreciate the expertise
It's crazy.
on that. All right.
But yeah, a bunch of places were like, yeah, we're not even going to mess with it. You got to take it in to get that done. And I was like, damn.
Sorry, lady.
Well, like, see now where they're like, I'm not getting charged 10 grand.
Yeah,
so
of course.
What? So you can be comfortable?
What, so
Okay.
you can not sweat? Alan, I very much enjoyed hearing Nora during the Best Of shows. My daughter wanted to record some messages for the audience while we were gone.
How sweet is that?
She goes, will people hear... She goes, what will people hear? I go, well, I play segments that have aired before. And she goes, she knows that some of the audience recognizes her voice. And she goes, well, could I cut a message for the audience to hear while we're gone? And I was like, okay. I mean, it's not really like, that's not really my brand.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
She asked nicely.
she asked nicely. And she already, I guess she had one in mind.
Hi, I'm Nora. We're gonna be on vacation for a week, so you might hear some of the clips you've already heard. If you didn't think they were funny before, you're still not gonna laugh. But it's the best we've got.
It's the best we got.
That's awesome.
She's adorable.
It's the best we've got.
Hi, this is Nora. Alan's my dad. We're on vacation all week. So we're playing some of our favorite clips from the last year. It's kind of a bummer that this is as good as it gets. But here we are.
But here we are.
Here we are.
That's awesome.
So, yeah. Well, you're welcome. Whoever texted me that.
Brian's daughter is 6, and she kept calling it Unork every time we
Unork.
talk. Yeah, it was like the cutest thing
How's
ever.
Unork?
That's exactly what it was. She'd call me and be like, "Hi, Mary, how's Unork?" And it would just make me.
Did you go, "It's New York, you dummy"?
No, I just giggle.
How stupid
What are
you?
What are they teaching
Unork?
you in school? New York.
You
Unique New York. Unique New York.
You get school clothes? Come on.
Unork.
Uh-huh.
So then, but I don't know if you guys do this, but then we just started calling it Unork the rest of the time. Anytime I call it, like, "Yeah, I'll be home from Unork," and Brian's like, "You're talking to me. Like, this isn't place."
If I can make it there, I can make it anywhere.
Hey, it's Noah. We're on vacation all week. If you're somebody who tweets my dad, asking why he's not at work, think about me. I have to tweet him, asking why he's not home.
Oh my God!
She's a pisser.
That's fantastic. I love that.
Also, everybody, to a person, people blew me up on the Choco Taco thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because Klondike has decided to discontinue the Choco Taco.
Rid of it.
And my wife, Gwen, goes, "That's absolutely a marketing stunt to get people interested in Choco Taco again." And I really wanted to believe her because that did make sense. I was like, you know, she almost had me going with it. But it turns out that I think they are confirming that the Choco Taco is gone.
I really don't think they're that great.
Well, that's what she said. She goes, "You like the Choco Taco, but it's not like we were eating them all the time." I'm like, but what you forget one of the lifelong guiding principles for me is I don't want something until you tell me I can't have it.
Right.
And then that's all I want, you know. But I enjoyed Choco Tacos. I think that they should make them. I think they should have made them with actual corn tortillas. No. But they discontinued them after almost 40 years. Because I guess they just want to focus on other things. I thought Good Humor made the Choco Taco, unless Klondike bought it or something. But so they initially said that they weren't going to do it, and everybody flipped out. And so, you know, listen, the conspiratorial minded among us were like, they're just putting this out there so they can.
What happened with Twinkies and Hostess and all that stuff?
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
So they were discontinued in July. They said due to an unprecedented spike in demand for other Klondike products. But the company that Unilever owns this, so they make a billion different, like they make soap and they make food and all this stuff. You take some money out of the soap budget and
got
put it over
plenty
there
of
at the
soap.
Choco Tacos.
Put soap in the Choco Taco.
Roy Wood Jr. had a great bit about that, where he's like, the Choco Taco, if you loved it so much, it wouldn't be
Yes.
going away.
Yeah.
Everybody says how much that, but when's the last
He
time
called
you
it like
had
some
one?
broke-ass candy
Yeah.
taco or something. I was texting him over that. I was like, you son of a bitch.
Very funny.
Taco Bell sold them for a while because
That's when I would get them. I get them from Taco Bell, but I don't think I've ever got them from like the store. Like I don't think I
got them
like
from
a
the ice cream truck.
ice cream truck too.
That was
yeah.
always where I got them.
I was going to say,
We went on a hard Target search the summer before we moved to Cleveland. We were still in Chicago. And we went all over the north side of Chicago looking for a place that sold Choco Tacos. Because you used to be able to get them at the 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
You'd walk in, there'd be that cooler there with a couple of busted ass, you know.
They're always so good.
Yeah,
They
candies
do
or whatever.
that strawberry thing though. The
Strawberry
strawberry shortcake.
shortcake.
I love that.
And it took us like hours, and we finally found a Choco Taco. So to his point, if they were that popular, yeah, they wouldn't be going away. That's true.
Now, I had to grow into like a sundae cone. That wasn't like my ice cream of choice, but now it is whenever I see the ice cream truck.
Like a drumstick?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good.
But the Sundae cone's like the generic name for it.
Oh, really?
And, yeah, my girlfriend always gets like the Pierre's ones, and she's like, "Do you want a Sundae cone?" I'm like, "They're called drumsticks." And she's like, "That's a brand." I'm like, "I don't care.
Right.
Call it a drumstick."
Right.
It's like Kleenex or Xerox.
So now she's specifically calls like a Sundae cone just to bother me.
Yeah.
Oh, I was howling when we were this past week. There was a day where we were kind of taking a break. We'd come back from the beach. These are all private beaches. So you have to show them a badge to get on
wow.
the beach and the whole thing. So we had come back to kind of chill for a bit and maybe change. And off in the distance, you hear the ice cream truck. And it was mostly adults in the house we were at, but the people whose parents owned the house, these family members, had 2 little 5-year-old girls that were playing with Nora the whole time. So they were the kids that were there. And one of the other parents, I'm sure this is old-timey, but I'd never heard it, and I was howling. She goes, "Oh, they play the music to let you know when they've run out of ice cream." Because she didn't want it.
Oh, the music means they're
I was
out.
like, oh my God, that is genius.
That's hilarious.
I'm sure I'm the only person that's never heard that. But that was a running joke, boy.
I was thinking about
It's too
that.
cold out, and then all the ice cream machines freeze up.
That's when they let you know they're out.
I hadn't heard the ice cream truck in our neighborhood. And I asked my boyfriend, I was like, dude, does the ice cream truck still come around here? And we both had come to the conclusion that we hadn't seen it all summer unless we're just missing it. Like, does it come during the day?
It might come earlier.
But I thought I always remembered them
like
coming
an evening thing, yeah.
after like dinner at like 6, 7 o'clock at night. Because you'd run out and it was like your treat after dinner, but maybe I'm remembering it wrong.
No, it would come around lunchtime, like in the heat of the day when kids are all out playing.
Right.
And then it would come at night.
It would come
when the
twice.
parents were home.
Yeah.
And after dinner, they're like, I want some ice cream. But I hadn't heard one in a long time either. And then we're at the show. I'm like, of course this town has an ice cream truck. It's like Pleasantville in this place, you know?
They had ice cream trucks set up in the park by where I was. There was like 2 or 3 of them because it's a pretty big park. So around the course of the park, as you're walking, there were little ice cream truck stands that you could get like soft serve at. Not even like your traditional like SpongeBob or 2-ball screwball. They had like soft serve ice cream trucks.
2-ball screwball.
2-ball screwball.
Is that what they're called? 2-ball screwball?
Yeah, because it was essentially like Italian ice, and then it had 2 frozen gumballs at the bottom that you could break your teeth on.
Really?
You never had a 2-ball screwball?
No, I had the SpongeBob with the gumballs in the eyes.
Yeah.
But those always look mutated and melted.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the worst.
So
Terrifying.
the 2-ball screwball is like a cone, but it's plastic, and I think it's like raspberry or strawberry type, almost like Italian ice. And then there's 2 gumballs at the bottom of it. You eat it with that little wooden stick.
They had Rita's all over Jersey,
God,
and I couldn't
Rita's
have been
is
happier because they're in PA when I lived there, but I don't go there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was
Like
like,
that combination of the shaved ice with the
Gelato
the
and
custard.
it's
It's
so
the
good.
best.
I want one or the other. I don't like the
Well,
both.
my favorite thing, so they had one on Hilton Head Island where my high school sweetheart, his family had a like vacationed every single year. So the only place I had ever had Rita's was in Hilton Head.
Yeah.
And they have a misto is when they combine both of it and like they like
That's what I got.
swirl it. Oh, that's the best.
So good.
But I saw one years
Not for Bill,
later.
though.
Not for Bill.
Pick one. Pick a lane,
Weird.
Rita.
It's just because it's like I feel like it just waters down the ice cream. Like it doesn't.
But it doesn't,
doesn't-
water it down. It
don't
gives
know.
it like a different texture.
It just doesn't.
But Bill, we're
do
eating
for
it
me.
so goddamn fast. It
doesn't
doesn't have
matter.
time to melt. I got a break. If you want to text for something, 35192, AlanCoxShow.com to watch. You can listen and leave messages wherever you are on the iHeartRadio app.